Okay, so today we're going to be using Rufflet, very spicy Pokemon. Don't recommend to use very often if you want to climb because it's not the tankiest, but it's also not powered up all the way. But that's okay. So first up, we have Abomasnow versus Registeel. Obviously a terrible lead. I'm going to switch to Whiscash, and they bring a Cresselia, so not a great start. I'm going to try to get us some debuff with Scald on Cresselia because... And we do, because if I do get debuffs from the Scald, I think I can survive a Grass Knot. So I'm going to shield the first Grass Knot because I think that would have taken me out. Go to another Scald on Charge Move Priority. Hopefully get a debuff. Yes, we do. Okay, so now that we have two, I don't have to block. Whiscash can survive. And look at this fish. I don't know what it is, but look at it. Just killing it. So I'm going to go for Mud Bomb. It's going to probably take out the Cresselia, but they do indeed block. So I'm going to block as well, trying to get switch. I'm not going to immediately throw my Mud Bomb because I have some wiggle room and go for Mud Bomb. This is going to take out the Cresselia, or we get a block and they decide to let it go. Perfect. So we win switch. Unfortunately, they come back with Registeel, and I don't really have the greatest response to this after Whiscash dies. But I do have two Mud Bombs back to back. And I thought, let me try to switch, but unfortunately, I don't get the switch. So Whiscash is going down to a Focus Blast from Registeel. This is still a winnable game. This is okay. So I'm going to come in with Abomasnow and try to farm some energy. I'm going to try to catch the move on Rufflet after I go to a little bit of some Weather Balls to Registeel. That does nothing. Holy crap. Tried to catch the move. They still throw, so this is going to be a Focus Blast. Rufflet, for God's sakes, that is not tanky. That did a lot of damage. But I'm going to go with this Rock Tomb, which is going to do super effective damage to this Mandibuzz. That does half its life. And it automatically lowers your attacks. Even though Rufflet is not tanky, its charge moves isn't too bad. So Rufflet's going to go down. I still have a win con here. Because the Rock Tomb lowered the attack, I am not going to die quickly to an Aerial Ace. So I need to farm up as much energy as I can. They do get to another Aerial Ace. This is still not going to take me out. So my plan is to farm down. Unfortunately, they also know that I'm going to do that. So they switch to Registeel. I go for Weather Ball, hoping that it's going to take out the Registeel. It does not. So now I'm thinking my win con is to farm down the Registeel and have two Weather Balls for Mandibuzz. But unfortunately, they get a Snarl through, and Abomasnow is going to go down to a Snarl. But that was a pretty darn close game. Next game here, we have Abomasnow on the lead versus, let's see here, Dragonair. Okay, so we're winning this lead. Perfect. They are going to switch into Bastiodon. I have a Whiscash, and they decide to forfeit the game because they knew Rufflet was in the back, but they decide to forfeit. I understand Rufflet is a core breaker. So we have, I decided to switch out the lead here to Whiscash. This is perfect versus a Talonflame. They're going to do one Incinerate and switch to a Cresselia. And I'm kind of staying in here because I'm like, who do I go to? Because Future Sight's going to hurt. And so would Moonblast. And they go for Future Sight. So that does quite a bit of damage to me. But that's okay. I'm going to go for Energy Ball. This is going to do quite a bit to a Cresselia. That does half its life. I am going to, I believe, Shield, and it is a Moonblast. So they are running Moonblast and Future Sight. So Whiscash was kind of safe here. I could have stayed, but that's okay. I'm going to go with Abomasnow anyways and Energy Ball. Take out the Cresselia. If they come in, I'm with Talonflame. I'm going to switch immediately to Rufflet. And I'm sure they are hella confused, like what to do. And they come in with Dugong. Rufflet, it is your time to shine. We have Rock Tomb. This is going to do super effective damage. Look how much damage that does to a Dugong. And they're going to be greedy and try to farm down, but not until another Rock Tomb comes your way. They decide to shield, and Rufflet is going to go down. But Rufflet did a pretty good job in that matchup. So I'm going to come in with Whiscash because if I get Icy Wind with Abominus Snow. They take it out. They Icy Wind my Whiscash. I'm going to be debuffed permanently. So I'm going to come in with Whiscash. I thought a Scald would take it out. It did not. Maybe I should have went with Mud Bomb. I'm not too sure. They have an Icy Wind. They're going to Icy Wind me again. And then after this, I have to immediately switch to Abominus Snow. Immediately. So I do one move, catch the move on Abominus Snow. And it's going to be a Flame Charge. Perfect. And at this point, this is going to be a good game. I just have to make sure I time the Incinerate damage through before I hit my charge move. They're going to have to block a Scald. And they have another Flame Charge. I am going to block because, I mean, I have to block. And Scald is going to take out the Talonflame. So really, Rufflet, I mean, it was a team effort, but Rufflet did such a great job in that matchup. Good job. Next matchup here, we have Whiscash versus, hopefully, a good lead. I think I deserve to win a lead. So Whiscash versus maybe Bastiodon or Altaria. Not the greatest matchup. That's okay. I'm going to switch to Rufflet. And they are staying in because, I mean, look, anything can kill Rufflet here. But they stayed in too long. And I think that was charge move, which Rufflet wins quite a bit of charge move. They block the Rock Tomb. Imagine blocking a Rufflet. Imagine that. I am going to block the Sky Attack because that's going to take me out. They come in with Metachamp. Oh, honey, you have no idea what Rufflet can do. Fly. It's going to do so much damage. Look at the damage it does to that Metachamp. I did think it was going to take it out. It did not. I'm going to let this go through. It's just a Power Punch, but of course that's going to take out Rufflet. It's very, very classy. I'm going to come in with Whiscash and try to farm down. Unfortunately, they get to another Power-Up Punch. I'm going to let this go through and farm down. And then that Altaria is going to come back in. I have a Abominus Snow ready, and they have a Diggersby. So this is a winnable matchup. As long as they don't have Fire Punch. This is not terrible for me. I wish at this point I had Icy Wind, but I don't. Maybe this matchup would have been better with Icy Wind, but it's okay. I am going to let the first one go through to see what movesets they have, and it's a Fire Punch. So that's not great. That's not great. Letting this go through. I'm hoping Whiscash can take this because Whiscash, Scald, attack debuffs, I mean, it's pretty good. Altaria had way more health than I thought it did. I thought it was in yellow. Joke's on me, it's in green. So this Scald is not going to do as much damage as I thought. This is the time where I wish I had Blizzard. And unfortunately, this Scald is not going to take out the Altaria. If I had a little bit more health, I could have won that one. But good game. Next up here, we have Whiscash versus, I'm hoping for a good lead. You know, we've been losing a few leads. That's okay. Whiscash versus Vigoroth. So this is a neutral type of matchup here. I don't really have to worry about anything KOing me. Actually, I don't have to worry about anything KOing me. So this is where I would like Vigoroth to be. They let the Scald go through. We do get a debuff, which is nice. And they're going to hit me with the Body Slam. I am going to let this go. Try to get to a Mud Bomb, but we CMP tie, which Vigoroth wins. So at this point, I am going to let it go again and get to a Mud Bomb. I am hoping for a shield or something. They do shield, which is great. I'm getting to another Mud Bomb. They're going to let this go. I don't think they're going to shield twice for Vigoroth. I'm a liar. They shielded twice. That's fantastic. I come in with Rufflet. They switched to Gliscor. Not Gligar, Gliscor. I should have most likely switched to Abominus Snow immediately, but look at the damage that Rufflet can do. And I farmed down with Abominus Snow. They don't even get to move. So they're most likely going to come in with Vigoroth. Yes, they do. I am going to block because Rock Slide might take me out or do close to that. I farm down and they quit. Rufflet makes Trainer quit. You might have thought it was Abominus Snow, but no. Rufflet made Trainer quit. Perfect. Like I said, this is not the Pokemon I would use to climb. but it's a Pokemon I would use to just have a little fun, have a little spice. We have Whiscash versus Dragonite, not the Great Fleet. I am going to switch to the one and only Rufflet. They are staying in because their core broken, clearly, by Rufflet. They're like, what do I do? It's just too good. It's just so fantastic. I am going to go to Rock Tomb, and that's going to immediately lower their attack, and they block. So at this point, they're just going to farm me down. Yeah, that's not great. But Abominable Snow is going to come in and make quick work of this Dragonite. I am going to block because I'm scared of a superpower. Even though I got debuff, it's still going to take me out. But they go for Dragon Claw. And then they come in with Lickitung. I'm like, well, that's not great. Can't switch out because of Power Whip. So I'm going to go for a Energy Ball, hoping for a defense debuff. And God knows I can't get that. So they're going to go for a Body Slam. Going to do quite a bit of damage to Abominable Snow. And I'm going to try to go for another Energy Ball, and I get it. And I'm hoping for another debuff or take it out. And they let it go. Perfect. So they're going to come in with, well, they can't come in with Dragonite. And they come in with Mantine. When I saw flying, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. I catch the move on Whiscash. That didn't do anything. That doesn't matter. I still lose this one. Mantine is just, I don't have Blizzard, and I don't have a moveset to take out this Mantine. So this is going to be a good game. My only win con, which I'm sure you see it too, my only win con with this game is if they lag. And that's what I'm hoping for. That's why sometimes you have to continue playing. Just in case you just lag. They could stop playing right now. Their game could shut down and you win. So this is what we're hoping for. And no, I lose. So good game. Good game. We have Whiscash versus hopefully a Bastiodon or Sandslash. Whiscash versus Trevenant. So not great. I am going to go with Rufflet. Never thought Rufflet would be a safe swap, but here it is. And they switched to Lantern, which isn't great. But Rock Tomb is going to... Look how much this damage does. Rock Tomb is supposed to be resisted. But look at that. That does a lot of damage, and it lowers their attack. I am going to get to another Rock Tomb. Going to do more lowering their attack. And it puts Lantern to red. So Rufflet, you know what? Kudos to you. High fives all around. You did the best job that you could do. I'm going to come in with a Bomb to Snow and just soak up all of this energy. They are debuffed twice, and all their movesets are resisted. So I can just farm down with Powder Snow. They do have a lot of energy, though, so this is going to get a little annoying. I'm going to have to just take all this moves, take it all. Farming down, and they get to another move. God, they were loaded on energy. Thunderbolt doesn't do anything. We're good. They can't come in with Trevenant, so they have a Skarmory in the back. So this is not great. Not great. But again, we have a win con, and you know it too. We need them to lag. We need their game to shut off. We need their phone to just disintegrate, fall apart, burn. We have a Scald coming through. Whiscash on Trevenant. They let it go. And we don't even get the debuff. I was thinking, hey, if I got the debuff, I could win this one. But no. I'm going to go for a Mud Bomb. Trying to get a little baiting. Not a fan of baiting, but here we are. They do block. Okay. So now I'm hoping, okay, if I block, I Scald again a debuff. Maybe, or I catch the move. So here I am waiting for the timer to go off, and unfortunately the timer does not go off. So they are going to Seed Bomb me, take me out, and that's going to be a good game. So I just surrender. It's over. Next, we have Feraligatr versus Whiscash. Not the greatest lead, but Mud Bomb is still going to do a lot. I'm going to let the first move hit me. It's most likely going to be Hydro Cannon. That's okay. That does a lot more than it should, to be honest with you. Mud Bomb's going to come through. Going to do like half of its life of Feraligatr. It's very glassy. And they're going to have to shield or let this go. They're going to shield the Feraligatr. At this point, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to let this go. But then they're farming me down. I'm like, well, I have no choice to let this go. I come in with the Bomb to Snow. Hopefully I can block once and farm down, they have crunch. But then they get the debuff. Of course they get a defense drop. So now I am forced to shield because the crunch will take me out. And at this point, I try to hit them with the weather ball. They switch to Lickitung. Not great. I wish I had Icy Wind at this moment. Gonna go with an energy ball. And then I'm going to switch into Rufflet. I do get a bit of lag, so I'm unable to get to all of the bubbles there, unfortunately. I don't think that would have mattered, but it would have been nice to get all the bubbles. Body slams coming through. It's going to take about 3 body slams to kill Rufflet, so that's not great. Fly's coming through. Going to take out the Lickitung. Goodbye. And Feraligatr tries to come through. I'm like, oh my god, you're weak to Rufflet. And no, it's not. It's a freaking Clogsire in the back. So this is not looking great. Not looking fantastic. But Fly, look at the damage that Fly does. It does half its life. I just need one more Fly, and we can win this one. I try to... Here it is. I'm going to try to catch the move. And if we try to catch the move and we're successful, we win. So Fly's coming through. 1, 2, and I didn't catch the move. So Clogsire is going to come through with a Stone Edge, take out Rufflet. And here I am trying to get to a Weather Ball, and unfortunately, I do not. So we do lose that game. Good game. Rufflet tried, Abomasnow, Whiscash. Y'all all tried very well. Next up here, we have Whiscash versus a good lead. Finally, a perfect one. Ninetales. So they're going to do a few little fast moves there and then switch into Wigglytuff. I go to Scald because I'm hoping for a debuff, and then I'm going to switch to Abomasnow. We do not get the debuff. Why would we? Gonna go to a Weather Ball, but I should have hit that before they went through Icy Wind. So unfortunately, I'm gonna let this go. I don't want to block. I need Rufflet to get as many shields as I can. I do have 2 Weather Balls loaded, so they block. Perfect. And unfortunately, my game stutters, and I'm unable to get to the Weather Ball. So that's unfortunate. So I'm gonna come with Rufflet. I'm gonna try to farm down. And we do farm down. Now, if they come in with Ninetales, Rock Tomb is going to do a lot of damage. And do they know? They do not. Look, I mean, I wish I would KO, but that did so much damage. Now they have a Charge Bug in the back. So I have to time these Volt Switches to make sure they don't get an extra one through. Scald is going to be unshielded and the attack drops. I am going to shield this X-Scissors. I'm trying to get as least damage as I can on my Whiscash. I think Whiscash, at this point, is going to be my only win con. They let the Mud Bomb go through. Now, I'm going to let this go because I think the hardest hitting move at this point is Ninetales with Scorching Sand or whatever the hell it can learn. And they decide to leave the game. So, good game. Rufflet taking over Pokemon Go with its amazing movesets. You saw that damage. We have Whiscash versus Hawlucha, which I rarely see. They switched to freaking, what is this thing called? Executor. What is this team? I thought I was running Spice and they just one-upped me. Is this like, this has to be some type of a YouTuber or something. So they go for Seed Bomb. I thought they might have like Dragon Pulse or Kill Beam Abomasnow. I don't know what moveset it have, so I just shielded. They come in with Deoxys. They do shield my Energy Ball. I have another Energy Ball loaded. They let this go. At this point, I have to let this go because Rufflet without a shield is horrible. So they go for Psycho Boost. And I switch to Whiscash. They switch to Hawlucha. I go for Scald, hoping for a debuff. And we do not get... did we get the debuff? No, we did not get the debuff. That's okay. Flying Press is not going to KO. That did more damage than I thought, but it didn't KO. So now at this point, this is Rufflet's game to win. They shield. That is perfect. We let this go. And I'm going to come in with Rufflet. Wait for the timer to go down. And then I catch the move I'm trying to on Abomasnow. Now it's just, we win. That catch won us the game. Flying Press takes out Abomasnow. They come in with Deoxys. Fly's going to take out Deoxys. And Rufflet is going to win this game for us. Imagine losing to a Rufflet. I mean, you would just have to quit the game at that point. You would have to quit Pokemon Go forever. Or is Rufflet just such a core breaker that it's hard to beat? Discuss in the comments. You're welcome. We have Rufflet, we have Whiscash versus Dragonair. So not the greatest lead. That's okay. We go to Abomasnow. And for some reason they didn't switch. And then they switched to Jellicent. So I'm like, oh my gosh, you're core broken by Abomasnow. I should have baited there, but it's fine. I get a defense drop, which is fantastic. I am going to block just in case they go for Shadow Ball. They most likely will go for Surf, which they do. I'm going to go farm up a little bit more, go for an Energy Ball. This is going to take out the Jellicent, or they have the shield. It takes it out. Okay, perfect. If they come in with Dragonair, they are triple core broken by Abomasnow. They come in with Dragonair. So I'm going to shield and keep Dragonair alive. Get a little bit more energy. I go for Weather Ball just to get the shield out of the way. And then I am going to switch into my Rufflet. And they do stutter a little bit, or they just stop attacking. So they saw Rufflet and was like, I cannot beat this amazing bird. There's no way I can beat this bird. My team is core broken by Rufflet. But then they come in with Galvantula, and I mean, yeah, Rufflet with Rock Tomb destroys this thing, so they quit. So hey, look, maybe you should start using Rufflet because it's making trainers quit. Obviously, these are not all full. I mean, that was a 3 out of 5. Hey, go Rufflet. Not the Pokemon I would use forever, but if you want a little spice, if you want to confuse people, Rufflet, that bird, is the way to go. Eagle? Seagull? Whatever it is. Go Rufflet.